PCI DSS requires an entity to perform quarterly vulnerability scans both internally and externally, and if there are vulnerabilities detected, they need to be addressed in a timely manner and verified as resolved through rescans. For compliance, 4 passing quarterly scans are required for both external and internal environments. Generally, a passing scan includes meeting a criteria such as no vulnerabilities with a CVSS score of 4.0 or higher, or for internal scans, no high vulnerabilities as defined in requirement 6.1. It would also include no configuration or software detections that result in automatic failures, such as the presence of default passwords and accounts. But new vulnerabilities are continually being identified, which may make it difficult to produce a single passing scan for each quarter, despite an entity having a cycle of scanning, patching, and rescanning. So can an entity be PCI DSS compliant if they've performed quarterly scans but do not have 4 passing scans? Well, let's say an entity performs a quarterly scan which identifies some vulnerabilities. They are fixed, and then the entity performs a rescan to verify. The rescans show that the vulnerabilities found in the first scan have been addressed, but new vulnerabilities that weren't in the original scan have now appeared. Now, instead of having a single passing scan report, an entity may verify that they have met the scanning requirements through a combination of scan results, which together show that all required scans are being performed, and that all applicable vulnerabilities are being identified, addressed on a quarterly basis. But if you're going down the path of a collection of scan results being gathered to show compliance to the requirements, there are a few other items that will need to be shown as being in place. PCI SSC FAQ 1152 lists them as 1. Scans of all in-scope systems were performed for each quarterly period, and all in-scope systems are covered by the entity's scan, remediate, rescan processes. 2. Rescans were performed as necessary and show that the vulnerability identified in the initial quarterly scans have been remediated for all affected systems as part of the quarterly process. 3. The entity has a process in place to remediate currently identified vulnerabilities. And 4. Repeated failing scans are not the result of poor remediation practices resulting in previously identified vulnerabilities not being properly addressed. As always though, if the reason for you not having 4 passing scans was a case of poor scheduling, the scans being incomplete, or you have the same vulnerabilities appearing from report to report, then you simply just haven't met the requirement and the clock will restart from your last passing scan. Once again, if you have any questions you want answered, please feel free to post a comment or get in touch with us, and we'll try and make it a subject of a later episode. Thanks for watching.